Hello, we are Group 7. Caitlin Mason, Ann McDonald, Damaris Martinez, Shondalara Lamb, Caitlin Maiden. Today, our survey project is about attitudes toward capital punishment. The purpose of our survey study was to find out if there was a difference between how non-Caucasians and Caucasians felt about the capital punishment being used as a crime deterrent, and to see if the data will be able to support our theory on capital punishment.
Capital punishment can be a shallow and cruel idea unless you consider it on a different level, as a deterrent. A deterrent is something that is intended to discourage someone from doing something. The meaning behind a deterrent for capital punishment is that the threat of being executed in the future will be sufficient to cause a significant number of people to refrain from committing a heinous crime they had otherwise planned. Punishment has always been a means of discouragement to potential criminals, and since society has the highest interest in preventing murder, it should use the strongest punishment available to deter murder, the death penalty. In 1973, Isaac Enright did a study that produced results showing that for every inmate who was executed, 7 lives were spared because others were deterred from committing murder. Another study determined that capital punishment is likely to deter more than other punishments because people fear death more than anything else. Whatever people fear most is likely to deter most. Hence, the threat of death penalty may deter some murderers who otherwise might not have deterred. And surely the death penalty is the only penalty that could deter prisoners already serving a life sentence and tempted to kill a guard or offenders about to be arrested and facing a life sentence. In our study, we wanted to see the attitudes towards capital punishment according to different races, because we wanted to see if race has anything to do with the attitude. We felt that it was important to be able to see if race contributes to the attitudes and if it could be ruled out or could need deeper research and consideration in future studies. There was a study done that wanted to show when you have a group of people that are given the same topic, such as capital punishment, and they wanted to test whether or not people's attitudes would strengthen, pull apart, or polarize. So polarization is a sharp division as of a population or group into opposing factions. And so the study found was that the reason or cause of polarization was due to the manner in which many of the subjects processed information and how their personal feelings, beliefs, personal biases affected the outcomes or the results. There are 2 attitudes of polarization, and those are pairwise polarization and population polarization. Pairwise polarization occurs when the opinions of a particular pair of individuals are reinforced and move farther apart as a result of a common piece of information, while population polarization occurs when this divergence is a systematic so that the opinions of the population on the whole diverge. And divergence is the act, fact, or amount of diverging.
Our hypothesis states that non-Caucasians tend to agree that capital punishment should be abolished, whereas Caucasians agree that capital punishment is a crime deterrent. Our independent variable is non-Caucasians and Caucasians. The dependent variable would be the attitudes toward capital punishment as a crime deterrent.
Data collection. The data collected from the initial survey shows the students' positive or negative attitudes and feelings towards capital punishment. The sample question asked was, do you believe capital punishment is an effective crime deterrent? Our sample size was 43 students enrolled in the BAAS 3020 sections 900 and 950 combination foundations of inquiry and discovery at the University of North Texas. We can say that this particular survey was purposive because we were testing positive and negative attitudes or feelings on capital punishment as an effective crime deterrent. According to the data analysis, 37% Caucasian students strongly agreed or agreed. On the other hand, 36.37 non-Caucasian students strongly agreed or agreed. As a result, there was a 6% difference in those who agree versus those who disagreed. Therefore, our hypothesis was not supported given the set data and the sample available.
Discussion of results. Examining the survey of 43 people, 19 were Caucasians and 24 were non-Caucasians. After analyzing the results, we found a tremendous difference between non-Caucasians and Caucasian. Non-Caucasians are in favor of abolishing capital punishment by 76.87%. 2 people is what the difference was between Caucasians and non-Caucasians, which gives you the understanding of how much people believe in abolishing capital punishment.
Ideas for future research. When considering ways that we can further our study, we could start with testing and comparing the results with a more culturally diverse university. We found